Our next test is our sit and reach test. For this test we need to use a sit and reach box. It's important that we anchor the box against a wall. For the demonstration today we're going to be using a bench just to make sure it doesn't move. Now when you're doing any sort of flexibility testing, and in this case the sit and reach, we want to make sure that our client is physically warm. So this test should only ever be done after doing aerobic testing. The rules for using this box in a sit and reach test are pretty simple. We want to make sure that our client takes their shoes off so that we're actually measuring their range through their hamstrings and lower back, not affected by the angle of their ankle. The second rule is we must keep their legs straight. So we want to make sure that the knees are locked out, and the tester is required to just rest their hand on the top of the knees to make sure that there's no flexion as they're reaching forward. Now the client is required to reach as far along the scale as they can, and they must hold it for a count of 3. So it's not a bounce, it's a hold. So it's important that the client doesn't actually overstretch and push to the point of pain. Now with Weston, he's already warmed up. So what I'm going to get Weston to do is put both hands on top of each other so his middle fingers line up, and I'm going to be measuring how far along this scale his middle fingers can move. Once he gets to the end point of his range of motion, he needs to hold it for a count of 3 seconds, and then he gets to release. Okay, so I'm right to put my hand on your knees? Correct. Excellent. Whenever you're ready. 2, 3, and release. Okay. Now that I know what Weston's range is, he would have 2 more attempts to try and better that score.